Some people don't want what you can offer them. Some people just are chill working at Walmart for the rest of their life. So you're trying to push them to do more, it's just a waste of your time.
What I've had trouble with is like the right guys in the right places.
These people are set in their ways, some people, and they think they know it because they've been doing it. I had these co-op kids. I had kids that didn't even have construction knowledge, and now they've been with me 3-4 years. You almost have to like just take the time to invest, and you'll have to spend your own time to sit next to this person and get it done your way. And they're also not going to do it your way for a period of time. Mm-hmm. It's just like a growing pain you might have to go through.
Well, as leaders, like I think a lot of our success comes from this, but also our weaknesses is that we think we know best.
Yeah,
for everybody.
True. I'm 100% of the business, then the guy below me is like 80%, the guy below him is like 40%, and this is how much they care. So you'll probably never find someone that is going to do it like you.
Bam! Welcome to the Tango One podcast. We're sorry we missed the first 30 seconds where we made fun of Shamus relentlessly. I'm your host, Tony Smith. I'm here with my co-host with the most, Mike DeFazio from Reclaim Artistry. I am, of course, the owner of the Garage Gym and Tango One Solutions. And today, our guest is Shamus MccCabe. Shamus is, a self-made contractor. Not self-made. I think he's going to say how lots of people helped him get on his way. But he's built a pretty good business. It's called Leaf Renovations. I know because they did my bathroom. Yeah. My beautiful bathroom in my old house.
Turned out pretty good.
One of your first jobs ever, I guess.
That was like my first real job. Like I did family friend work. We did nice bathrooms, but like that was like a real number. That was like a real quality product. It did take forever. And that was all COVID.
Forever is not even, honestly.
I had my birthday there. We had Christmas, like, Easter.
Yeah, my birthday's in
To be fair, there's a video me and Andrew were watching the day. That was one of the hardest demolitions I've ever been a part of.
Come on.
I was swinging at your tub. There's a video of me with a sledgehammer. I was 90 pounds. That's probably why, though. And I'm like just smashing the thing. It wasn't even moving.
Yeah, well, you came. We met on Dave Haas's event.
Yep.
I gave you a shout.
You came in. You liked Andrew more than you liked me at first, to be honest.
Well, that's changed drastically, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Andrew with a vagina back.
I get it. What does that even mean,
He came into the garage gym with me. I tried to get him at 5 a.m. Me and Tony were working out, and like he came in like maybe 2 sessions, and he's like, my back hurts.
Yeah, this guy does manual labor for a living, and he like bench presses on my back. He everything he does, my back.
He loaded up the bar too one time and backs off and no clips and just dump. Literally looks at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so
that's cute.
Yeah, Andrew with the vagina back.
Yeah,
I hope you hear us, Andrew.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna cry now.
Well, don't cry.
Yeah.
Don't cry. It's okay.
Just go back to the gym and figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
There's a use for those in the world, but
yeah. Your job was though my first like real job, real number. And when I called you and you confirmed it with me, I was like, first time anybody's been like, yeah, sure, no problem. There's usually negotiations. You just knew you wanted it and you wanted to support me. I knew that. You cared for me. You felt bad. But we ended up doing the job, and you literally said, when I gave you the price, I was so confused when you said yes. You literally told me on the phone, you're like, hey, Shamus, like, man, you gotta like work on your sales. You look surprised. You sound surprised that I'm gonna do the work. He's like, you're kind of making me not confident in my decision.
Definitely was not confident. And then I will say though, when you and Andrew, as I make fun of Andrew, I gotta give him a lot of compliments. So you guys came in the house and you guys were awesome.
Yeah, we did a good job.
You guys were awesome. You were there literally forever. And do not blame COVID, you guys. This is the thing. Like you've been in my house. I have no other shower. This guy's like, and I have 2 kids.
4 weeks.
And he's like, it'll be 4. No, you said like 5 days. You were there for like 8 weeks, man.
Yeah.
8 weeks.
I didn't have the business part down, man.
They were learning as they went, and which is weird. That's how we tie in Mike DeFazio into my life.
This guy, yeah.
Yeah, that is. I forgot about that. Yes.
Because you made the door. That hung there.
And then I met you way before, and when I just graduated, I went to St. Clair, be a woodworking technician, and when I graduated, you don't even remember. I know you don't.
No, I don't remember.
And then I messaged you.
Don't worry, he doesn't remember nothing. That's the best part about having him.
It's like that. What's that? The fish from Finding Nemo?
Dory.
Everything's new to me all the time. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Everything's just constantly surprising me.
But I ended up asking you for a job, and at the time you didn't have the shop space, and you guys were flowing, things were good. So you're like, hey man, like no, sorry. I think about it now, like what if you would have accepted the job? Would I even be here owning 4-Leaf, or would I be working for you?
I don't know.
Oh, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
Right? Like, imagine.
I'm going to lose sleep.
Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I could imagine this dynamic.
I just wish I wish I could like remember the conversation. Was it just
Seamus
a
was your
GM?
trustee?
You were like, honestly, this is like when your career was like taking off, and I messaged you and you were doing so well, and I was just like, hey, I was some random kid. I'm like, hey, I just graduated St. Clair, and you're like, yeah, buddy, I'll look into it, but I don't think it's possible. And I remember, I'm not gonna lie, I like looked up to you, so when you said it to me, I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Hey, my bad. You're doing all right though. I did you a favor.
Yes, you're
doing all right.
That was also the peak of Mike's career.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all she wrote.
That's awesome.
That's funny. So it's like it's cool sometimes thinking about that. Like, imagine you got another opportunity, which you thought you wanted, but really would have like held you back. Like, imagine you got that job and you never became who you are now.
So I'm even going through it right now where things are changing in my business and I'm kind of uncomfortable about it, and I'm like thinking, oh, this could be terrible. It's probably going to be the best thing that's ever happened in my business, right?
100%.
It's usually how those things go.
So tell us exactly, like, what is your business? Like, what do you do predominantly, I guess, for Leaf Renovations?
At this point in my career, we've been in business for 6 years. I'm trying to get into like new construction, so additions and new builds. The new builds are going to probably take some time, but we've done an addition now, so like extension on a home, full like from the concrete all the way up finished. But we do specialize in interior renovations. So like we take a full house. We're doing a house on in Mccabe right now. Take it all the way down to the studs, all new electrical, all new plumbing, all new HVAC, spray foam it all, new drywall, new kitchens, like everything top to bottom. But most contractors contract everything out. My business is a little bit unique because 90% of our services are in-house. The only things I contract out are the things like that legally I can't do, plumbing, electrical, stuff like that. But I've been working with the same guys for like the last 5 years almost. So like we're super organized, and then we have in-house design. So we walk the clients through a selection process, which in most construction companies are like, just get your stuff and we'll install it. And then they don't know what they're buying. They're buying things that confuse the contractor or just not quality for the customer. But we now guide that process all the way front to back. So the renovation is like a one-stop shop.
That's pretty sick. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that you did all that. That's awesome.
We supply like for the job in McGregor we're doing. We have a literal hard binder, and in that binder will be the contract, the work to be done, the layouts of just electrical, layouts of just plumbing. So the plumber can go in there, open this book up, and find the center of where the water lines need to be for when he roughs it in. And he'll even be able to flip to the back, and then the faucet that goes with that is going to be in the book. So they know at the end of the project what they're roughing in for and doing all this stuff. 90% of failure in construction is communication. Like, doing the work is not exactly hard. It is sometimes, but like communicating from one person to the next through playing telephone, things get confusing. One guy doesn't know what he's doing, and that could, like, you put the water line in the wrong spot, that could be a huge issue at the end of the job.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I feel like with every job, like the gym,
you have to have these steps and processes to follow.
SWAT.
Yeah.
It's always communication.
Yeah.
It's always communication.
100%.
There's not one major call that we debrief where the main problem was not communication. No matter how good the call or how bad the call went, I'm sure it's the same in your industry.
Yep. You start playing broken telephone. It sucks. So like, how are you doing that? Are you getting like engineer drawings? Like,
so on an interior renovation, you can do it if you want. If there's a load bearing change, you have to get it legally to get permitted and making sure like it's spec'd and the house is not going to fall. But like we can, I can personally draw an AutoCAD for like the bathroom, stuff like that. We do small stuff, but like we work with engineers and they permit the drawings. You have to pay like $3,000 to get a package, to get a drawing. But they can take, so even if a customer doesn't work with me, they can come to me. I can help them get their drawings, and then they can take that package and bring it to any contractor they want.
That's awesome.
But like, it's got to be area code, like everything has to be on there. There's certain spans you got to cover. Like, there's so many rules.
Does this all have to be architect approved, or does that depend on the job?
I might be wrong, but I think they have to be a BCN designer.
Or should I shut my mouth?
No, you're good. You're good. It has to be drawn by somebody who is like architecturally certified.
I think it's
BCIN.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is too.
Yeah.
But they have to have that. Like, if we did it on our own, it wouldn't be worth nothing. The city would just laugh at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel so not handy right now.
You're like, what do I?
You're usually pretty handy. I don't know.
Sitting in, that's why I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah. And you got a ski machine out there too.
Yeah.
Practice,
Getting a little record holder.
Yeah.
So with this, you've like, it's been quite a, when did it start, I guess, for Leaf?
So backstory on myself, through the younger areas of my teens, I struggled with addiction. It got pretty bad at one point. I ended up going to rehab when I was 19. Went to Homewood in Guelph. And then from that point, when I was in rehab, kind of itemized who I was, what my demons were, and got everything in check. I started getting some coaching from Dave, our friend. And then I was working at Dave's house, actually renovating his house. Which I think about it now, I hope he's watching this. He was paying me like $25 an hour. He got an entire main floor or an upstairs renovation for like probably $5,000. Like steal to this day. Smart businessman. But he also was teaching me, and then I decided I didn't want to work for anybody else. I was just off and on with other people, and like it just wasn't working for me. And that day I was telling Dave, and he said, just become your own business owner. And then we like kind of came up with a name on the spot. I made a post on Instagram, and that was it. I just put my number out there and I started doing work. Family Friends was like the first 2 years. Like everybody, my uncle, this guy, the next guy, a friend of a friend. So we just started doing small renovations. Actually, my first project was working on Dave Haas's rental on Henry Ford, which was
on Henry Ford.
There was a guy next door named Warren. He's like known in the community. He would like come by every day and want to help. He had a show to watch at 5:00. Like there was a whole character in the show, like in this renovation. Me and Andrew, Andrew's like my first guy. He's like my best friend. I consider him a partner at this point. He's like built this business from the ground up with me. Like done all the work next to me when times are tough. He's in the storm with me doing the work. But me and him, I started working alone for like a week, and the company we used to work at, I knew him from there, and I just messaged him. I said, you want to work with me? And then he started working with me, and we plugged away just us two for like 2 years. And then actually right when we started your job, I got co-op students. I don't know why they entrusted me with co-op students. They're like, yeah, Shamus, teach a trade. And I was like, I don't even know the trade yet. I'm just learning it myself.
Done.
Yeah, literally free
Pick this
guys.
up and put it down over there. Yeah, that's the best.
One of those guys who started co-op with me is actually still a full-time employee. Been working with me ever since.
So I got to tell you guys, I got to jump in and tell you a story about Dave's house. He has a wanted guy in there, and he's renting, and we need this guy. We want this guy. So we make an arrangement for Dave to kind of like basically lure this guy out of the house, because we can't just go in there and get him, right? Yeah. But we also, Dave doesn't want to get like made.
Yeah.
For like
being a rat, say snitching.
So me and like three dudes, I'm the smallest of them, go, and we end up arresting this guy. Long story short, Dave like kind of sets it up. He was supposed to meet Dave for a payment or something, right? Uh-huh. Dave sets it up. So as we get this guy in handcuffs, Dave pulls up and he's got a fancy car, and so that we don't want to burn Dave. So one of my partners is like, what are you, some kind of drug dealer? Where'd you get that car? What are you doing just stopping off here? And he's like, no, I'm just the landlord. And then like, the bad guy's like, no, man, he's the landlord.
Backing him up.
And so we are all like very good friends with Dave. One of my partners, he's a just big giant guy, smacks Dave across the face. He's like, stop lying to me. And he's like, Dave looks at us like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why
just go with it, man.
Yeah. And the bad guy's like, no, man, leave him alone. He's a landlord. And this guy looks at this cop, grabs Dave. He's like, now you get out of here, you pathetic drug dealer, right? Like, and Dave's like, okay, man. And then, so we end up meeting Dave like half an hour later after the guy's gone. And Dave's like, what the hell, man? What was that?
It's selling the part.
Hilarious. Yeah. That's hilarious.
I can't even picture that.
It would like threw us all off. All of us were like, oh my god,
your buddy really committed to it, eh?
Bro, that's so funny.
Oh man, Dave,
that's awesome.
Dave loves that story.
That's so
like,
funny.
What the hell, man? I'm helping you guys.
That's hilarious.
So back to it. I think you had a question about like some team stuff. So you've really built up your team. How many guys you got now?
So I have at this moment in time 15.
15. Oh my god, that is a lot.
Yeah,
it's actually a lot to manage. Honestly, I'm at the point we just grew. So like in the last 8 months, I went from like 8 guys to 15. So like I'm on another level of like learning. Every time you like get more people, things get bigger. The jobs get more. The more questions get asked. So like I'm in the process of like kind of redoing my system as we go now. But it's strong. It's working.
Right. The more leaks you find too.
Yeah.
Every time you level up, you find like all
Weak
these
spots.
leaks. And we were talking about this today. We're making some moves in here, and it was like, we got to brace ourselves. Like every time we like get ourselves to comfort and feel like we have a little bit of time, we go to the next level, and it's like we all got to just get ready to like both. Every leader at all levels has to get ready to like take on more for a little short, hopefully a short period of time. It usually feels long.
Oh yeah, we have. So if we have 15 guys, we usually run 5 jobs at a time. So that means 5 customers. Usually there's a husband and wife, so I'm dealing with 2 people on every customer, so 10 people almost all the time, emailing consistently, questions, concerns. They're picking tile, they're changing their mind. There's just so much involved at this point. Like I have 2 guys that basically just drive around and manage things as well as work. and then I drive around and manage things, and then there's 2 girls in the office that manage like financials as well as like billing and like scheduling and selections. I meet all my customers personally though. In the last like 2 years, I kind of backed off. I kind of let my assistant, she's a designer by trade, start doing the selections, but I just felt like that wasn't the path. It has to be me that goes, because I'm the leader. I got to understand my own knowledge. She would go to a job, pick stuff for the customer, and I wouldn't even know sometimes because the communication was lacking in that area or whatever it was. So then they had it all scheduled, everything worked, but I still didn't have my expertise or my input because I didn't really know what was going on.
Right. The podcast is like therapy for Mike and I. So I can see your wheels turning. Yeah. It was a conversation we just had about something with you, right?
Yeah, like the other day. Yeah, so like when you started saying you got all these guys, it's like, how do you, when you have guys at that scale, honestly, you don't even need the guys at that scale. If you have guys like 4 guys, 5 guys, you can't lead them all. I feel like there's no way. You need other people to help lead. Leaders have to be in the team to lead. And I find that things get lost in translation. Like you said, you're going to your client's house, but you have expertise in that area. So you understand why this tile will work or that tile won't work. But your designer or whoever else is going
there,
they
don't get the functionality of it.
They
see
no
pictures
idea.
And colors.
Yeah.
I see, okay, that's going to not fit, and that's going to cause a problem.
Right. So it's like that's exactly the same with me. But what I found with my stuff is like it just kept getting dumbed down. It was like, this could be wild, very unique, one of a kind, a little bit more on the crazy side of the furniture design, or it could be just a little bit more simple, easier to do, and the other guy's just trying to get it out because he's got to get it out because that's his job.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, but that could have been a 10 times nicer product.
Right. If values, which is
rad.
Which is part of our values, which is bold, rad, and progressive. Like those are the 3 things.
Yeah,
that
you're not making normal cutting boards.
And now we're making normal stuff because the guy has to get it through, right? Like he's got a job to do, he's got a KPI to hit, I got to keep him accountable to something, but he's just going to push it through, where I would have kind of taken it off to the side a little bit and then brought it around because I can do more for the client.
Yeah.
So like I find that how do you deal with that? Because I guarantee you have more skills in all of these places that these guys are working in your place.
There's 3 things I could say. One, I'm extremely lucky that I had Andrew. Andrew is like a unicorn in my business. Like, this guy has been with me for almost 6 years now, so he knows how I like it done. He knows what we do normally. We've solved so many problems side by side that he now can think for me. I consider him an extension of myself at this point. This guy, you need someone like that, and to train someone like that, you need time and money. Like, there's no way around it. You're never going to find anyone that fits your business. There's other people that are good at business, but your business is running differently than his business and then is my business. Mm-hmm. So I had to train someone that I could trust to do that, and in that I had to fail a lot. Number 2, Dave actually taught me this. I don't know if this is relevant, but like, I'm 100% of the business, then the guy below me is like 80%, the guy below him is like 40%, and this is how much they care. So you'll probably never find someone that is going to do it like you. Mm-hmm. You might find someone that's close that can at least keep, like, this guy's pushing it through, at least selling work, but it's not this extravagant work. That's why I'm saying I'm more on the field now and with the customers in the design, because I know what I could push and what I can't push. Like, Ashley my assistant Ashley would just sell something that would work, right? And I see something that's crazy that we could make a profit on and have a beautiful bathroom, and the client's going to be happy at the end of it. Mm. So I can decide if that's worth it or not. She doesn't have the expertise to do that. So you have to put yourself in the place of sales, even though it's hard to do sales, do this, do that, which, like, you just have to set the team up where everybody has a job. Like, I have one girl that just does like emailing and like quote sheets and budgeting, and then I have one person that just talks to the customers and relays information and organizes, and then Andrew's just in control of the boys as well as me, and then I'm in control of all the other moving parts and all the sales, all the selections at the end of the day go through me. You should, like, your business, Mike DeFazio is the guy, so you should, like, try stepping into the role of doing sales with these customers. Yeah, but you're gonna have to rework your schedule now because you have different jobs, and somebody has to take over those jobs now.
Yeah, but I've typically been the guy talking. Like, if someone messages on Instagram, like, you're answering, I'm the one answering. Like, I'm the guy talking to them.
I guess, yeah.
I'm the guy designing and doing all the stuff, but, you know, like, it's hard because if you got a bunch of guys, you got a bunch of mouths to feed. You're the only guy doing sales. Everyone's relying on you, and as the business owner, I got like 10,000 other things to do. Things just get in the way, man.
Do you have someone in an office? Like, do you have an assistant?
No.
Honestly, I don't like. And it sounds like a waste of money because you can do everything yourself, but like at some point, your time is worth more than doing those things.
I agree. It's just like so. What I've found, what I've had trouble with, is like the right guys in the right places.
You gotta find. I found like half of my guys came to me with no information. I like trained them myself. So this is like you have to have an investment period.
The same here. We just want somebody who's got like who loves fitness and can like smile and talk to people kindly.
Yeah,
that's
so I would just take these fresh ones. It's harder to teach. There's like a saying about teaching an old dog new trick. These people are set in their ways, some people, and they think they know it because they've been doing it. I had these co-op kids. I had kids that didn't even have construction knowledge, and now they've been with me 3-4 years. You almost have to like just take the time to invest, and you'll have to spend your own time to sit next to this person and get it done your way. And they're also not going to do it your way for a period of time. Mm-hmm. It's just like a growing pain you might have to go through. It's like it was terrible, but like now that I have people in those positions that I can trust, I am able to focus on the other areas, like selling the crazy jobs. And
selling is like part of it. And I believe this is very much true for you guys. I know it is here because we have the recurring membership fee, right? It's every month. It's almost like we have to resell every month. So selling it and then over delivering on what you sold.
Yeah, closing it nicely.
You know, like making like that wow factor, which is like what you talked about, having the ability to create something that's rad, bold, you know, and was the last
progressive
one. And progressive.
Yeah.
Whereas instead of just giving like you spent $150, here's your $150 product, you spent $150, here's what looks like a $500 product.
Yeah.
And people are like, wow. And I'm going to tell that because I would assume, I know you get tons of referrals. I get tons of referrals. I assume you're the same way. It's people telling people.
Yeah, it's word of mouth is like 90% of the way I get business.
Right.
Socials help, but I'm telling you, it's just because this guy had a job done by us and he recommended it.
But even the socials, a lot of those are from people. A recommendation. Now they go on your social.
Yeah, it's like,
and they're like, I like this guy.
It's true.
It's like a megaphone.
It's true.
Word of mouth, but the guy with the mouth has a megaphone in front.
I make it a habit when I walk into a quote, like a new quote, I say, how do you hear about us? I just want to know where they're getting the information. 90% of people say, oh, my friend, or I seen your Instagram or your Facebook page.
So what I find with that is because the more I start deep diving in marketing, you need to know these metrics, right? Where did you hear about us? Oh, Google or Instagram, my friend, all of these things. But what I find is like most people, when they finally decide to reach out to you, they've seen you on like 5 different areas. They've seen you on Instagram. Their friend recommended you. They saw a Google ad, and then it's like, well, which one did you know? Like, which one
stood out the most?
Like, helped you call me? Which one like was the straw that broke the camel's back, essentially, to call me?
Yeah.
It's like they have to pick one, but you really don't know because that journey started 6 months ago and they didn't even know it.
And that's why it's probably important for you to be consistent in that sales seat for you guys. Me, somehow, I've been able to successfully give away the sales seat, even though I am.
I think this is because your brand is so strong at this point. I think you've been doing this, and Garage Gym is such an established business that they don't need to hear it from you. They know from what they've seen. I truly think that.
And the investment's lower.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we're talking. People are spending $100K with me, 20 grand on a table with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like super high ticket. I'm like higher, like lower ticket than you, but like for sure.
Whatever. And you're a monthly bill.
Yeah.
Joe's done a great job in our sales. Joe, we call him the director of hype. He's in charge of all external sales.
Director of hype. Imagine
hype.
Can somebody start calling me that?
Oh,
that sounds like the coolest job ever.
He likes it.
What do you do for a living? I direct
director of hype.
Director of hype at the Garage Gym. Yeah, he does an excellent job of sales.
Like the coolest job ever.
But you're right. People, I see when he's got some new people in here, and I walk in, you can see them looking like, oh, that's Tony.
There's the guy.
They're kind of waiting for me, and rightfully so. Like, of course, I'm going over. I'm making a point to go see them, and I'm interested in how they got here and to hear their story.
Important. I for like a year when I went into the back end of the business wasn't as present on site. Andrew was kind of leading that section. It wasn't like the jobs weren't getting done right, but like they never got to see me. And I had a bunch of people complain, oh, I wish you were here more. I wish you were here to look at the project. So like as soon as I started hearing that feedback, I changed it. The client, anyone, your clients, they like to see your face so that they know their investment is going to you. They know that you're taking care of things, you're watching over, right?
Yeah, I had pulled myself almost completely off the floor at one point, and I was getting those complaints too, but I was still showing up everywhere. I was
people
everywhere.
I
just wasn't training.
The energy,
And honestly, one of the best things I ever did was, and it was out of necessity, I went back on the floor, and I feel like back to life since I went back on the floor. I'm not going back to the floor at the same capacity I used to because I can't, because all the other stuff we got to do.
Yep.
But that is, I enjoy it, and I'm lucky. Like, I'm not like you guys where I'm spending 8 months in somebody's bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm there for just
An hour or
3-4 hours
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's been a cool adjustment. I'm looking forward to seeing you make this next step. You're going to, and yeah, I've been loved watching you. I get your questions once every couple of weeks, your leadership questions, but they're always good questions.
Like,
and
what do I do
out.
here? You're like, figure it out.
that was kind of my advice.
It's
last
actually
night
not
or 2
bad
days
advice
ago.
though. You're like you will figure it out. That's the solution. Just quit thinking about it and just do what's gonna work.
Yeah, but take action, right? Take action.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
No, damn. Go ahead.
It sounds like you're like about to level up to the next state. I guarantee you get this situated, you'll be able to feed more work, get more clients, and manage more.
Yeah, so like it's a matter. I'm finding now, learning the hard way. It's about having the right people in the right spots. Mm-hmm. And you might think you have the right people in the right spots until they don't fit the shoes you gave them. And that I've had to learn that the hard way. I know you've had to deal with that too, right? You've got high expectations for somebody. You're like, here's the rule book. Here's what I need you to do. X, Y, Z. It's mapped out here. It works here. But if you need to make suggestions on how to change this, I'm open ears because I want this to work for you, right?
Yep.
And if you give them the shoes that are 2 sizes bigger than their feet, they either have to grow to fill those shoes or they're going to never fill them. And if you keep them there too long, they're either going to win or they're going to lose at that space. And like if you're taking a guy that is really good in a technician role and you're sticking them in a leadership role and they can't fill that leadership role, you're the one that's going to pay the price of that. And I had to learn this the hard way, which is not fun.
Right. It is your fault.
It's my fault. Yes.
Yeah. So I know that you've run into this same problem. I know for sure I have, the one that you alluded to, and I know from speaking to you, you've also run into it.
100%.
It's because also like not about the size of the shoe, it's about the kind of shoe.
Some
We're telling them they don't want to wear those Nikes, bro. They want their Vans, and you're like, no, you look great in those Nikes. We keep pushing it because as leaders, like I think a lot of our success comes from this, but also our weaknesses is that we think we know best.
Yeah,
for everybody.
True.
That's the Achilles heel.
We could have just let that guy continue to run around those bands. He would have been perfectly happy and continue to perform. We try to put him in a different pair of shoes, and they're all messed up.
Some people don't want what you can offer them or what they could have. They're content. Like some people just are chill working at Walmart for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm not talking down on that, but like some people don't want more. And like I've had this problem where I'm like, here's the rules. This is how you get level up. I can get you a truck. I just need you to do these things. And they're like, I'll see what I can do.
Dealt with that before too. It sucked. Honestly, that's the part that I think emotionally killed me the most.
It's how do you not want it?
Hearing my guys be like, I don't want this responsibility. I'm like, bro, like I can see so much for you. And I'm like, I'm trying to teach him. I'm trying to, I'm bringing the horse to water, but he's still not drinking.
That's a great saying.
But it's like, it like that's the part that I felt emotionally drained when I was like pouring everything I can into these people, and then for them to just be like, I'm over it. Like I don't want it. You can do the job. You find someone else to do this.
I think I literally went through this so many times with so many guys. I just come to the realization that they're just going to do what they want to do, and like as long as they fit the role, like if they're not making you money, then they got to go. Or if they're not doing what they're supposed to, but like if they just want to stay at a labor position and they don't want to be a crew leader and get the wage, I let them, because you use those people to what they want. You just know that's all you're going to get from them. So you trying to push them to do more, it's just a waste of your time.
Yeah.
I feel that though. I feel that.
Yeah, it's been a rough ride learning this stuff all the hard way, man.
Yeah, that's the only way I've learned everything. So.
Hey, for sure. You
builds character, dude.
Fall forward, man.
Yeah, you'll never make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
So speaking of character, Mike, this weekend, I don't know if you guys got after for Mother's Day, but I took my mother to Mike's workshop, his
I saw
charcuterie
that was
board
cute.
workshop.
I did.
It was amazing. You did a good job. I'm not just pumping my partner's tires here. It was awesome. You over delivered. I was like so pumped about. I didn't think we'd be doing that much work. I'm like, oh my god.
No, you did it.
Yeah, we guys to work.
Built that thing. I used a belt sander, baby.
Yeah. I liked your story when I seen you using the tools. I'm like,
Yeah, and a drill press. So did Francesca. My mom.
She looked more natural than you, to be
Oh,
honest.
shut up. But it was great. And but you did a little thing at the start, and you talked about the background of the shop. And one thing that you said, which was cool, you're going from woodworking to actually fixing pieces that have been brought back. Like somebody like you, once upon a time, 50 years ago, 80 years ago, built this nice piece of furniture, high quality furniture, meant for it to last a lifetime. And now you're taking the time to rebuild these projects.
Yeah, so like I I was always conflicted. So I never did refinishing and repair work for years. And lately, I've been thinking to myself, like, I got to start practicing what I preach, right? Because if we build your dining room table, your coffee table right, you're never going to need another one. But in 20, 40, 50 years, that table's going to take a beating, like whether you want it or not. It's going to need a little bit of a refresh. It might have some giant scratches. 50 years, that's a long time. Mm-hmm. But you got a great base. So we're trying to practice what we preach. Like if, like Tony said, if someone 50 years ago built a coffee table that's going to last 100 years, I want to be the guy that can help bridge the gap from that 50 to the 100 years, because it just needs a refresh. If these things are built properly, they will literally last forever, but people don't take care of their stuff. So let's refinish it, give it a new look, but it's the same piece of furniture. It was built to last. So I'm trying to help those people, like I said, bridge the gap from where it was first built to like that 100-year mark, which is 100% possible. There's still furniture in museums and stuff that's still kicking. It's been taken care of.
Well, that makes me happy, because I think you're like paying it forward in a way that I hope my sons know that entertainment center means a lot to our family, because it's our garage door, and it started this whole business with that garage. Not that garage door necessarily, but that garage door was like the focal point of that old garage. And I hope that one day in 50, 60 years, and they like that piece will go with them somewhere, with one of them.
Yeah.
And somebody will take the time to actually fix it rather than just throw it out.
That's a niche. That's going to be, I'm telling you, that's going to be successful. You know how many families have grandpa's cabinet he built, and then, I can't bring it, it's falling apart, we got to get rid of it? You're now the guy that's going to fix it, and now they've carried it through generation to generation. Yeah. And that's us. That's actually a genius idea.
So I was talking about this at the workshop, because it doesn't sound like it's a very skilled job. Like furniture repair and refinishing is hugely hard. Literally boss mode of furniture building. If you're starting out just refinishing and rebuilding, you're going to get your ass kicked, because you got to learn from building from scratch to get to the point where you know how to fix something without destroying it.
It's like my job. It's literally my job.
Yeah,
you're pulling an existing home apart, keeping areas of the home to look original, and blending it all together. That's like literally art. What you're doing is art, bro.
Yeah, it's art.
And it make it look like you were never there, not like some guy just slapped up some drywall and butted it up to the next wall.
When you get jobs like that, do those mean a little bit? Like, actually, my house, we were very big on we want this to look old.
Yeah, we just did a house on Kildare, and I just did one on Heritage in Kingsville. The actual house is a heritage home, so there was floors in it from 1812 that I literally could not damage or destroy, or they will lose they get basically their property taxes almost for free. So yeah, if your house is heritage, I've done a couple of Kildare, Walkerville, but that project took not only just renovation skills, we had preparation, organization, there was a door in the house that is original. I believe it's 1812. I'm not even kidding. It's one of the oldest houses in Kingsville. We took this door off, and they needed it to be in the home, so I made a pocket door between the kitchen and the laundry room and reused the door. So all brand new kitchen and everything, and then you slide out this perfectly refinished 1812 door, and it separates it's sick. Yeah, we kept the floors, restained them all. They look original now, but those projects are sick, man. It's literally artwork.
Yeah, I can't wait. Cass just unveiled. Cass was on 3-4 episodes ago. She just unveiled to me the plans for my upstairs.
Yes,
which I've had both.
You're gonna
keep
the same you're gonna keep the same look, right?
It's gonna look
rustic, right?
Yeah, very rustic, very I said powerful was the word I wanted for up there.
Powerful.
And
I got a window.
Stoked about it, man. Well, both you guys are going to contribute in some manner to this.
Yeah.
Well, you're both here right now.
Perfect.
Yeah, smart guy. Smart guy.
On the bench press, I'll trade you.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the way.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. And then, of course, we got the big news from this guy.
Yes.
You got married.
I got married.
What the hell, man?
I was so happy.
I was so pumped. I was so pumped. I was so thrown off, but so pumped because he told me right before they announced it, right after the charcuterie board thing, and I was like, I've been planning to go to this wedding, first of all.
Yeah, we were going to have a wedding, so.
I bought a red tuxedo suit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, man.
I want to see that.
I know.
I want to see a red
best wedding gift ever, eh?
Yeah. Tony in a box.
Yo, what? That's wild. So congratulations.
Thank you, man.
From the both of us.
Yeah, that's actually sick, dude.
Thanks, man. And it was nice because it was we wanted it to be super quiet, low key. But like we're still
Just
gonna
like
have
you
a wedding.
and Lisa. So quiet.
Yeah,
and
we're
low-key.
still quiet and low key.
Complete opposite.
We just wanted to get it done right, do it right. Like we came out with it because I was sick of everybody calling her my fiance or my girlfriend. I was over it. Yeah.
Now it's official.
Now it's official.
Yeah.
It's
Wife.
wife. I got a
And
wife.
she also is like you. I don't know her personally, but I know she's a powerhouse, bro. You both guys make a good team. I think that's important.
It's fun. Yeah, it is fun. And you know what? It's so important because I've been in relationships where it doesn't exist. Where that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's hard.
The person you picked to spend your life with, your wife is a powerhouse too.
Call my girlfriend.
Sorry,
you're gonna
Danny.
get yourself.
She kicked me in the face later.
Yeah.
Honestly, she scares me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see her, I'm like, hey.
Tony, get Shamus here to fix the grout, or I'm gonna stab him in the eye.
That's actually probably word for word.
She's not even lying.
I remember when you
Shamus,
told
please
me
come.
that. That's funny, man.
I'll be there
That's so
tomorrow.
funny.
I'll go right now.
Actually, I'm already on the way. It's funny. You just called me.
That's funny.
So yeah, tell us about it, man. Like, what did you do? You went to City Hall. Like, what did you do? I didn't even know the story.
Yeah. It's funny because I just had one of my guys text me. He said, congrats. I'm like, yeah, it was one day after work. I think it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. I literally worked the entire day. And so Lisa's parents came down from Kingston. It was just Lisa's parents, my dad and stepmom, my mom and stepdad. That was it. Those six.
Intimate. That's
and
good.
Yeah, it was honestly amazing. Like, it was the middle of the day. We had a photographer come out and we took photos, and we just in the city hall did a sweet little ceremony thing, and then we went out for dinner, and then we spent the night in Detroit. We went to Chinol Hotel, and it was amazing.
That is a great place.
Weren't you worried you're gonna bump into somebody? Like, is that why you went to Detroit? I guess.
Yeah, we went to Detroit.
For sure. Like, you and Lisa know everybody. Like, I know
know.
if Danny and I got eloped, married, or whatever, we would have saw somebody that we knew that night for sure.
Yeah.
They're like, "Why are you in a white dress and you're in a tuxedo?"
Yeah.
We went a Halloween costume.
We went to Nico's. We went to Nico's for dinner, and like we were like, it was supposed to be a secret, so we were kind of like not being loud about it, not telling anybody. We were gonna keep it secret because we still want to have like the wedding celebration. We're still gonna have the party. We're still gonna do that. We're trying to just figure out exactly where to go and when to have it.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, well, we got married in Costa Rica, and the plan, I mean, we had 60 people come, but the plan was to have this big old party when we got back. Never happened.
Never happened.
We were just like, man, this is awesome. We're married.
Yeah.
We're married.
Yeah.
60 people came. Almost everybody that we really, like, our A-list, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, a handful of people that just couldn't be there, but that was it. We got back. We're like,
Was that a good experience?
forget it.
Getting married in Costa Rica?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if I want to do like something when I get married. Do it here, go away. One of my good buddies, Kareem's going to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico for his wedding. I think that's just the way to do it.
I think it's kind of the same idea with you. It was like, it wasn't as big of a deal.
Yeah.
And we had
Yeah, you get your close people, the people you want.
Bro.
Yeah.
And it kind of cool is I could just invite anybody because like,
That's-
man, if you're willing to come to Costa Rica, come on.
Come on by.
Yeah.
Come on by, yeah.
Honestly, man, we're counting up our list, and we're like, hey, we have like 300 people, and it's like that's a big wedding. Like big, I don't.
That's a
need
big
to
wedding.
hang out with 300 people, right? Like I don't want that. I want like a close group of people. You know, if you have a wedding here, you're gonna have to invite your aunts, and your uncles, and your uncle's best friend, and your mom's best friends that you don't actually know anymore. Like, you know, when you're Italian,
I don't even know.
that gets really big really quick.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, go away. And the people that really want to come will go way out of their way. And like, to me, we don't want the wedding presents. Just come. That's all that we want. We'll do that eventually at some point.
Nice. I like
Keep that in mind. Does
Yeah.
not want the wedding gift.
I honestly am not gonna lie.
Yeah, perfect. Just
No,
Babe,
I'm not
take
gonna
the
lie. When
money
you
out of
said
the
that,
envelope.
my
Take
ears
the
were
money out of the
ringing.
envelope.
Yeah.
All I took from that.
Just an envelope. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah. That's funny.
So I have a good question for you, I think, James. So you've been very open with struggling with addictions in your past, and you've talked about it multiple places. So it's not like I'm throwing you for a loop on this.
You're good. You're good.
And you have reintroduced alcohol into your life.
Yeah, this is actually not a bad conversation.
I've just quit drinking. Right, I've been off for almost
Really?
6 months.
Oh my
And
God,
like
no.
always with the thought, like, is this forever, or is this? Am I going to, like? And I'm not saying that in a bad way or a critical
no,
way. I'm
literally
curious about like how you made that decision and where you.
So I'll
if you
explain
find that
this
you
all.
fight
This is
with that.
decision in my mind that I wasn't gonna let it control me. Like I wasn't, and that sounds crazy because I was an addict and it was controlling me, but like I feel like I dealt with the original issues that were making me use alcohol and drugs. So now I didn't really have a need to do it. It was more of just doing it to do it, I guess. So even when I drink now, it's not like a huge deal to me. I don't really enjoy going out to get drunk. I don't do it at all often. Like I'll go to the casino, have a drink maybe, but I just drink to more as a social aspect. And every time I do it, I think to myself, like there's times I even think about now, I don't even know if I really want to drink. I'm just spending money to drink something. It doesn't even make sense. I'm not even doing it to get drunk. I don't necessarily enjoy being drunk, but like I just don't have this desire to go crazy anymore. And every time I do it, I think about it, and I'm like, man, it wasn't even really worth it. I've been hungover in the last 3 years, and like it constantly reminds me, I'm like, this is why I don't do this. But like I just don't I don't have this desire to drink heavily. I never really drank. I was more into drugs, and like drinking used to lead me to drugs, and now I have no desire. When I get drunk, I'm never thinking about doing drugs. If anything, I'm thinking about getting McDonald's and going home. Like honestly, and I'm the worst drunk too. Like I'll have like 2 beers, I'm tipsy, and I'm like yeah, and then I want to go home and sleep. That's it. Like everybody parties all night. Everybody's like, "Let's go to the next place." I'm like, "Yeah, catch you there." And then go home.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Alcohol just makes me tired, man. Yeah. That's it.
Did you feel guilty the first time you had a drink?
So when I did it at that party, in the moment, I was like, "Yeah, this is right," and all this stuff. And then the next day, obviously, I was hungover. I woke up and I was super fucking pissed at myself. And I just thought it all through. And then I talked about it with Dave. Talked about it with my parents. My parents weren't happy. But I just made the choice that I know I made that choice. It is what it is. I'm just going to move through it. And I just decided from that point forward to like actually pay attention to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But I was a little bit bummed at myself. I don't regret it now. Like it hasn't had any negative consequences in my life other than it costs more when I go out to eat. So it's like
definitely costs more. I tell
you,
that's
you can have a $30 meal. You drink it's $60. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Danny and I went out for dinner the other night. The last few times, like our bill at Sawyer's.
Oh yeah,
$100.
Oh, it was so cheap. It was less. It was like $80, $70, and I think she even had a drink. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
You know, for every 1 drink she would have, I would have 3 generally, right?
Yeah.
That's the way it works. This is probably why I am where I am. Right now.
Yeah. No, but I just decided in the moment. Like that was kind of an impulsive choice, but after I made the choice and I realized it was real, I just decided that I was gonna like focus on why I did it, come to the reasons, and now like I just drink to drink, like just to go be social. I don't even get drunk. I don't. Maybe like drink the right beer, I'll get drunk.
Bro,
just one.
That's funny because like I've done that too. You like it's almost like weird to go into a bar and not drink.
It's FOMO, but like I should get over that because like I even saying this out loud, I know that I'm not even drinking for a purpose other than to maybe feel like I fit in. Bro, why does it matter?
The cheat for that is just soda water, man. Get some lemons and limes. Man.
Yeah,
you still got the rock glass, like because I just love drinking like the San Pellegrino or whatever, like soda water.
Topo Chico, baby, it's so good.
It's so good.
So good, and then pour that. Actually, add some. Like I take it, add the bitters to it.
Oh yeah,
with like an orange slice or something. Oh man, it's
like
pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's
alcohol.
not the same, bro. I wish like having a good Manhattan, a good whiskey is unreal.
Yeah, no, you're all about that.
But what I'm finding is it's kind of filtering. It's obviously there's a lot of good that's come from it health wise, but it's filtering out some friendships too, some relationships, and I don't mean friendships like because I think a lot of these relationships I had were completely based on alcohol.
Partying.
Mm-hmm. You know, there was the only thing I really had in common with some of those people was alcohol.
Yeah.
And so I found that, you know, my circle is a little bit close, and they're still drinking. Like most of my circle, it's not like they're not drinking. Dave's probably the only one.
Yeah.
But I find myself closer with the people that I should be close with now because I'm not spreading my time so thin to just go.
And you're more in line with people doing the same things you have interest in. I have 5 best friends that I've had forever, and like I love them to death, bro, but I don't even hang out with them at all anymore. Every weekend they go to the same house, they all drink, they all pass out, they all wake up, their Sundays are right off. They've been doing it for literally 15 years. Like it just doesn't in line with what I'm doing. And like we still love each other and have respect for each other, but like for a period of time they were like teasing me, calling me, you know, you're a puss, you're not coming to drink. I'm like, says no, I got stuff to do tomorrow, guys. I can't be coming out there and doing that every night. But
been there, bro. I feel that. I know that. I remember.
Yeah, I'm
that.
I'm older, right? So my friends are way drunker than your friends probably. But no, I'm like, it's because I think we're at different points in our lives where like people are actually, I've had none of that.
Yeah.
Like none of the like I've had the people who are like you're never gonna have a drink again, or like you're gonna make it through Super Bowl or opening day or all these things. I had those, but it's never been like like what you've described.
They're not even like rude about it. They give me a hard time and tease me about it, but like I just don't go out there, and they kind of like think I'm an ass now because I don't want to go do that. But like it just doesn't align with what I'm doing.
So from experience, those will probably just go dark one day.
It's happening slowly.
Yeah,
like
I've
love
dealt
them.
with it, man.
We like.
Well, now they know.
sorry,
If they
guys.
listen to this because
I give you my word.
listening.
I give you my word. They won't even hear it.
Right.
That's like how disconnected
they're not.
they are.
They're not even going to listen to this. Because if that's all you're doing on the weekends, you're not even listening to podcasts at all. I guarantee you're just listening to.
They work the 9 to 5, go home and drink. That's
it.
their lives.
You'll fall out of friendship with them, man. Because it's hard to have conversations with them. What do you talk about?
Yeah.
You're talking about how drunk you got last weekend. You're talking about closing the $300,000 renovation.
Doesn't
we ain't the same.
Yeah, we ain't the same.
We ain't the same. And because it doesn't, they don't care about the renovation, and you don't care about how drunk they were.
It's true.
So like that conversation eventually it goes dark.
It's true.
I've literally like being in bands, playing in bands, my whole life. I don't talk to my friends anymore.
Why am I just under? I didn't know you were in a band. What? How do I not know any
You
of this?
didn't know this?
No.
Really?
Like, is it a band? You're a band?
man.
You got to do the charcuterie board thing.
Yeah, you got to hear the whole story, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Also, I was super impressed, by the
Episode
way,
8.
with the size of that charcuterie board. When he posted it, I'm like, damn, I might go to the event for the food, man.
Dude, the charcuterie boards that we had this weekend, I was like...
I think he's talking about the one you guys put out.
Yeah, the food on it.
Food,
That's a mega, man.
That's our 4 foot. Well, when you came to our Christmas party, that was the same one that we had. It's like a 4 foot.
I love that.
Big
That was a
board.
good time. That was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
I seen you there,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Tony's doing one arm
That was one of my drinking days. I was doing shots of tequila and one arm pull-ups.
pull up. Yeah. I just remember, oh man, I saw photos of me in that day. I was like, I feel like I was 30 pounds heavier than I am right now.
You are pretty lean right now. I noticed.
I'm not even lean right now. Like I'm feeling thick today, but like I saw
Thick.
Yeah, I was feeling thick. But I saw pictures of me at that, and I was like, damn, I'm about to bust a button on that dress shirt, man. Like, it's not funny, bro. It's like,
have you ever done 75 hard? You've done it.
Yeah,
I've
I've
done it many times.
I gotta work on it. I got to like
I've
day
done
10, I quit. I'm just not disciplined.
I've done it. I've done it 4 times. I've failed it probably 6.
It's hard, eh?
What?
Like I've completed it 4 times.
Oh,
That means
okay.
I probably, that's what means I've attempted it like 10 times.
60% of the work time, it works all the time.
Yeah, no, it's tough, man. I'm conflicted with that program. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do it, man. I'm trying to figure out how to like be able to balance myself, and I can never do it, man.
I feel
it's so hard.
I feel like that is such a commitment. You actually have to have everything else going good in your life for you to fully execute that.
I actually feel like I started every time everything's falling apart.
It's a good thing to put you on track then.
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's regimented. You know, like
Foundation is important.
and dude, going back, like starting phase 1, like I say what you want about 75 hard. If you get to the point where you can start phase 1, that is the superpower. Phase 1 is amazing.
What is phase 1?
So phase 1's like all the 75. So people who don't know, 75 hard is like 45-minute workout, 45-minute workout outside. You got to read 10 pages of a book. Drink
That's the one I did.
That's 75 hard is the one you did.
That's
like,
phase 1.
No, that's 75 hard. Phase 1's 30-day program. With all of those things from 75 hard, but you got to take a cold shower. You got to do 10 minutes of visualization. You got to write your own tasks in your day.
I feel like that makes you unstoppable.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I feel like this is what I do every day.
It is, but is it like, are you consistent every day?
Pretty freaking consistent.
That's pretty sick, man. I have a really hard time with it, so I have.
I mean, maybe not the visualization that you do.
Dude, it was. I had my shit so regimented. It was amazing.
Yeah, foundation is so important.
Oh, buddy.
If you don't have a system of doing things, like even just not even business in your life, if you don't wake up at the same time every day, I'm telling you, it's so hard to get your shit done. So hard.
It's the worst. Sleeping in, it's like, oh, I woke up at 6. I slept in an hour. It's like people look at you like you're insane. But I'm like, I just missed my workout. I gotta go at 9 o'clock at night. Like,
I've had to change my foundation like probably 3 times in the last year to fit business, fit expansion, fit my sleeping schedule. Like I've had to do it like over like 3-4 times.
It's the best when you tweak it and you get it right. Like I'm in the middle of right now this like working the 5 days in the mornings, 5 a.m.s starts in the gym and doing the marketing that I need to do, plus my own workouts, my own coaching my kids. The 5 a.m. starts. Those 4 a.m. wake ups have been getting challenging.
Yeah, it's
Danny's
tough.
been helping me out huge. She's been jumping in to take like one morning away from me, which has been huge. I can't. It's so funny. If I sleep in till 7 a.m., I've got 3.5 hours of extra sleep. Is that not insane? To
Yeah.
think about?
That's
Most
insane.
people are sleeping till 8.
Yeah.
So crazy. I'm like, oh my god, I slept in. It's like
Yeah, a
6:55.
whole different
Yeah.
day.
And I'm like, feel like $1 million.
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah.
So she's been really helping because I've been. I'm getting older and I'm feeling those workouts. It's because I've been joining that 8 p.m. workout group.
Yeah.
I'm like
gassing you.
pounding those workouts. Like they're hard,
gassing you, yeah.
and it's a tough. That's what I find is that finishing at 9, waking back up.
Waking up at 4
is a challenge. If I
is
wasn't working
hard.
out late, I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, because your day has to end earlier if you're starting at 4 a.m. workouts. 4 a.m. wake ups is tough.
I had to go to bed at like 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and it's like you're
People think
going
you're
to bed.
crazy, too.
You're
Yeah.
going to
Go to bed
bed when the
7?
sun's out.
Yeah, like
you know?
4:30 a.m. no problem. Anything before 4, I find is like, wow, that is just another level.
Because it's not morning
of
at 4.
tired.
It's still night.
No, it's still night. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
5 a.m. I feel like it's been the best for me. Just 5 because
I gotta
I
get
used
back.
to do 4:35. Like I used to wake up at that time and I would make it to the gym for 5. I can get into that road. I can get into that role, but I can't keep it for like.
Well, what time are
longer
you
than a
working
month.
out now?
5:30. I'm at the gym.
You're pretty early.
Not anymore. I'm like, I go to the gym at 8:30 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 8:30, 9:30. It's weird. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable with it. I was just going to say I want to get back to the morning. I feel like I still get stuff done in the morning. I still get up early, do what I have to do, give a team meeting, and then I do my thing. But like it's still, when I did it at 5, 6, the mindset was different.
Yeah.
I had a whole clear day. I didn't have to worry about nothing. It was just right to work and get it done. So I got to make adjustments.
I do not work out at 5 a.m. Like, I don't. So anybody thinks that is not when I work
Really?
out.
Like, what do you do in the
He's
morning?
a nighttime
I'm
guy.
in here working, man. I'm like,
if I'm up that early, I have to be working.
I'm
out.
in here like coaching people, getting like,
yeah.
the gym's packed, 5 a.m.
I guess but like you're.
That's
5 a.m.,
everybody that's
6
got a
a.m.
real job and wants to work out before
Then
work.
then at
True.
then at 7 a.m. right to my desk, 2 hours solid of like incredible work. It's the best work I get. It's from 7 to 9 a.m. But I work out. Preferably, my workout time would be like 4 p.m.
Yeah, you're a night guy.
4 p.m. I love this. We're the one we're gonna do after if you're gonna stay.
Me? Can't. I already hit the gym today.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I like the 4 p.m. I like just for time slot, but we've been doing this special program with a bunch of people at 8 p.m., which has been challenging because I'm like ready for bed when
At
I
8
get
o'clock.
here. But then once I get here and I get going, I gotta like it's a good group and I got a good partner. Shout out to Josh.
Nice.
We smash some weights and then I get home now. It's 9:30 and I'm like
Nine at night, I'm
coming home like a wrecking ball, man. Like I'm like.
Ready for bed.
Yeah, no, I am not ready for bed.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
the
Yeah,
problem.
but then you
yeah,
gotta
all
like
jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
force your eyes to close.
Yeah.
That's why I literally, by the time I eat dinner every night, I'm just chilling. And
Oh,
from
yeah.
that point, 5:30, I'm not doing nothing. It's difficult for me to leave the house after 5:30.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, what do you think if you were all the habits you've put in, the growth that you've seen at 4Leaf, the growth you've seen personally, like what would you
Keep
number one, like key point, what's the number one habit you've instilled that you
consistency.
think?
It's literally always consistency.
Consistency of what though?
Like probably consistency in just not giving up, like just continue. Like I'm always failing. I'm always tired. There's always something popping up. There's always an excuse for me not to go to the gym. There's always these things that are gonna try and stop me, but like no matter what, just pushing my mind through it and getting it done. Like every time something bad happens, I'm like, oh, now what? But just taking action and being consistent and following your rules or your foundation and keep plugging away at it. It's the only way. Like some people think you're so lucky. It's been crazy. Like 6 years, you're already killing it, dude. I got up every day before everyone else. I journaled. I did things that nobody else was doing. I sacrificed holidays. I did everything I was supposed to do and just consistently showed up. People were unhappy with my work in the beginning. It was taking 8 weeks for a bathroom. I just kept doing bathrooms though. I just kept doing what I was supposed to do.
Every time I over exaggerate, you under exaggerate, and we keep getting further apart on the
You said
accuracy of this
8 months,
project.
8 weeks, the whole 4 seasons. I don't know.
It is wild, like the consistency that the catching drops in a bucket.
It's like the
how that
resiliency.
builds up, man.
It's
Wild.
They say so. Everybody's focused on building a brick wall, when I literally focused on putting the perfect brick down every single day, by the time I got to the top of the brick wall, my wall was perfect. When people are rushing and stacking the bricks wrong, the wall is flimsy, it doesn't have a good foundation, it crumbles easy. But like every day for 6 years, I just focused on doing good work, pleasing my customers, and sticking to my regimen.
That's making a podcast highlight right there.
Yeah.
I like it. That's a great way of looking at things.
It's true, man. It's true.
I like that a lot.
The brick.
One brick a day. Everybody's focused on next week. Focus on today.
Yeah.
That's what they taught me in rehab. That's how you stay sober, is one day at a time. People were like, oh, there's a party coming up next week. Okay, well, that's next week. Focus on getting through today. And like every day they just taught you just to worry about getting to the end of the day and try again tomorrow. And I like embrace that in everything.
One more day.
Yeah, dude. Just keep pushing. Yeah. Oh, it's a hard day. Okay, well, tomorrow won't be. Keep pushing. One more day. It's only one day.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
Yeah,
I like it. I think
that's
a great way to kind of wrap that thing up. I think that's an incredible, it's a great story. I'm super proud of you.
Appreciate
a couple of Blast Camp boys here, right?
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
guys you got
Such a good time.
You got the coins, and we're looking forward to the next chapter of that. And I'm proud of both of you guys and where you've come, and I consider you guys part of my little crew here. And I always, it's like nice to see stuff that comes from your network. And like when I say my network, it is the same as your network, because like chicken or the egg, who met who first, that doesn't really matter. But I love seeing that, like, you did some work for Dell, and then you did work with Haas, for Haas, for me.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see. Even like Cristiano walks in here today with the hockey boys, and he's last week was telling, that's how he hooked us up with our tiles.
Yeah. Literally met him last week.
I just love that kind of stuff. I think that's super important, and like looking forward to the next like little mixer thing you've got going on. I think those are like very important, the networking and the strengthening of communities and bonds.
That created work. Everybody that came to my first thing, I got like 10 messages, 30 people came, and each guy got a job from, like, an electrician helped a concrete guy, this guy helped this guy, some marketing guys helping this guy build a website. Everybody's feedback was like, dude, thanks for the hookup. I got business out of it, created a friend out of it. You just gotta talk. It's just full circle, just putting people in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, be the connector.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Conduit.
Yeah,
electricity.
All right, Mike, what do you got going on? Plug Reclaim Artistry. What do we got? We got any workshops coming up or anything?
No, we don't got any workshops. Oh, I do have one on June 15th. We haven't even started advertising for that one yet.
Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day.
Listeners of the podcast, stay awake for a code.
Yeah, there's going to be a code. Anybody that's listening that wants to come to the next charcuterie board workshop, message Tony, because Tony's going to have the secret code. You guys get some discounts.
Nice.
Yes.
And Shamus, people want to get some quotes or whatever it is.
Check out my website.
What's your call to action, sir?
So you go to my website, www.forleafrenovations.com. We have a contact form. You can fill out your name, your address, what kind of work you're looking to. It goes right to our email. We'll get back to you same day, book a quote, come out and take a look at what you got going on.
Awesome, man. This podcast is designed to help you guys hopefully do more and be more in terms of doing more for yourself and being more for others, which is exactly why I quit drinking alcohol. I just wasn't showing up. I wasn't being more for my family and for those who supported me. If you're looking for free trials of the Garage Gym too, we've got them. And please subscribe, like the podcast. That helps us immensely. We've had a huge wave lately, man, since I took this guy on. Woo! So it's been awesome wave, and that is it for this episode. Over and out.
See ya.